He was in Reigns' corner with Cody Rhodes, and Reigns lost.
Yeah.
He's the wise man, bro. You freaking lost. Like that's the part that I don't understand. Now, if this guy, bro, if the story was every champion he's ever backed has never lost under his tutelage, that's one thing. That's not the story, bro.
Let's see. We got CM Punk versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. Who do you got, and why isn't there stakes involved in this?
There are stakes. Paul Heyman's a stake. Bro, I swear to God.
I'm going to bring Joey out for you. That's time out.
I can't believe that that's the stakes. I mean, the stakes of this match, bro, you have three, obviously, of the biggest stars in the WWE. Yeah. And the stakes are over a 65-year-old freaking manager. Like those are the stakes.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
And again, I'm just going to go back to the casual fan. Like any casual fan watching this would say the same exact thing. Why do I care who the manager goes with? They would say the same exact thing I'm saying.
100%. And is it too late to pull a number one contenders match, make this a number one contenders match for the world championship for the night after?
No, it's not. It's not. But
would that be more appealing as far as especially this is the main event of night one?
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, why is it a main event? Like, what's the argument? Just because it's star power?
Punk's dream was to be in the main event, man. That's the whole gimmick. I don't care, bro. Listen, guys, I am dead serious when, like, you know, when I'm looking at a match, Chris, that I don't care who wins. They've not given me a reason to care who wins, and that's the problem, bro. When I don't have a horse in the race, I don't care about the match.
Yep, and so the internet are throwing out an idea, which it's plausible, but let's discuss. We've discussed this before, but let's just kind of respond to the internet in a way, so to speak. What do you think would happen, and why would it matter if Paul Heyman screws over Roman and CM Punk and becomes the advocate of Seth Rollins? What does that even mean in the greater scheme of things?
Bro, people have to understand something, bro. Like, listen, let's make no bones about it. I don't like Paul Heyman, okay? This is not about me not liking Paul Heyman. This is about, bro, you've got a guy that, you know, is the advocate and he's the wise man. Bro, everybody who's been with him has lost. Mm-hmm. And you've never shown me why is he the wise man? Why is he the advocate? You've never shown me that. And bro, this isn't on Paul Heyman. You and I have talked about this a lot of times. They will give somebody a label and then they're just that. Yep. When we never see them doing that. I don't know why he's the advocate. I don't know why he's the wise man. He was in Reigns' corner with Cody Rhodes, and Reigns lost.
Yeah.
He's the wise man, bro. You freaking lost. Like that's the part that I don't understand. Now, if this guy, bro, if the story was every champion he's ever backed has never lost under his tutelage, that's one thing. That's not the story, bro. So that's the part that's really hard for me to digest.
Agreed. Yeah. The labeling part is spot on to me. I mean, especially when labels actually meant something. Like, say, for instance, if I give you a label of the Immortal, who is that?
Yeah, Hulk Hogan.
Yep. Stone Cold.
Yeah, the Macho Man.
Yeah, Randy Savage.
The Hitman.
Yeah, exactly. Bret Hart. Yeah, I mean, Stone Cold, right? Steve Austin, right? What made him Stone Cold? He came out, he was no nonsense, glass shattered. You know, he was, you know, beelined his way to the ring and made no bones about it. He was about to kick your butt and stomp a mud hole in your walk you dry, as he would say, right? And so all these monikers, all these labels, it made sense back in the day because it fit their character. It add layers to their character. But if you're calling someone the Empress of Tomorrow, right? You know what I mean? What does that even mean? You know what I mean?
I still don't know what Eradicator is.
The Eradicator.
I still don't know. I swear to God, I still have no idea what that means.
The Eradicator. So, if you're eradicating something, you're like destroying it. You're eliminating it, basically. Yeah. So yeah, the label part doesn't make sense to me. And if Paul Heyman is the object of this main event, there's no stakes for me.
Hey, bro, how many people have they put Heyman with that was a total fart in church? Wasn't he with Claudio? Wasn't he with him for a while?
He was with Cesaro. He was with Ryback. He was with Curtis Axel.
Okay, well, that's part of the character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know, bro. Listen, listen. If it were any manager, I think it would be ridiculous. You've got 3 large stars, and the match is going to be about a manager. So it's not just the Paul Heyman thing. I think if you put any manager in that spot,
yeah, 100% agree with that. I think that the very fact that you're putting a manager, I mean, you know, there's amazing managers, you know, in the annals of history. Bobby Heenan, for instance, you know what I mean? Like, you're not, you know, as many times they had like Bobby Heenan in the cage and things, you know, that stipulations like that, man, I never saw a main event ever in my life at WrestleMania for the stakes of the managerial services of Bobby Heenan.
Yeah, bro. And when you're doing the Raw thing and like, you know, Roman Reigns is like, what? You go and hit what? Like, what? So Roman, what are you saying? You can't win without Paul Heyman? Like, is that what you want me to believe, that all of a sudden Paul Heyman leaves you and you're an average wrestler?
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah, I think you got some good solid points, man. For those who are listening to this, comment below of what makes you interested in this main event. Now, think about it from more of an objective standpoint. You know, of course, the enthusiast would say, "Oh, I think this match is going to cook." Right? I think this match is going to be an amazing match. I think all 3 of them are going to deliver and tell the story. Okay. Now, that's the hardcore Mark, you know, answer. What about someone that's a casual fan objectively looking at this? Yes, they might say that the match is turned out to be good, but at the same time, they're like, okay, if Seth Rollins wins and goes with Paul Heyman because he slides him something, how would that appeal to a casual fan, and why would they want to come back for the Raw after WrestleMania? That's my question to anyone who's
the only thing I could see, honestly, bro, because Heyman and Rollins, how are we going to work in the ladies and the gentlemen? My name is Paul Heyman with the singing. How you gonna work both of that? Paul's got to wait till they're done singing for 5 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
bro. The only thing I could see is if it's a tug of war between Reigns and freaking CM Punk, and Brock Lesnar returns at the end, and Heyman's with Lesnar.
Yeah, I just don't think that they want to be affiliated with Brock Lesnar.
We'll see. We'll see.
I don't think even if WWE would be interested in doing that, I think that would get vetoed by TKO. I don't think they want to have anything to do with Lesnar. Now, if they do, here's my thing, Vince. If they do, they are reaching far in the bag and saying, "Man, we need something out of this." And let's.
If they do, they're saying we don't care. Like we don't care. Like it doesn't. You know, we're doing this. Yeah.
Yeah, and then okay, so now Lesnar's with Heyman again. So what?
I'm with you, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, that's the whole thing. Coming out of this match, whoever screws whoever. We've seen all these combinations. Like we've seen every one of these combinations. Like, okay, what's that? Pumpkin Reigns?
Yeah, right. Yeah. I'm interested to see. Yeah, and we've seen Raw, so many. We watch Raw every week, and we really don't see the delivery that we're looking for when it comes to the payoff of these turns and these big angles. I mean, we recently just saw that with John Cena, siding with The Rock. And so if there's not a fluid, storyline with John Cena and The Rock, and it's super jagged, why would we think that there's going to be an effective payoff with whoever Paul Heyman sides with? Like, why should we have confidence that this is really going to pull some casual fans in?
And bro, what difference does it make anyway? They show us week after week after week after week. They don't know how to get heat. Who are you going to put the heat on here? Exactly. They want to sing with Rollins. Right. They want to sing with Punk, and they want to do this. They want to acknowledge Roman Reigns. So who are you going to get heat with, bro?
He's starting to get the European chants now. The European
Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns.
Yep.
Who you gonna put heat on, man? Your Mark crowd is so out of control. Who are you going to put heat on?
And that's the thing about a Mark crowd, Vince. Like, at the end of the day, whoever they want to put a heat on just a random occasion, just because they want to, on like a random September Raw, they'll just do that. They'll just start booing people. Like Bianca Belair. Like, she just started getting booed, and now everybody's booing. It's the bandwagon effect at its core. So we'll see. I mean, that's how Seth Rollins turned heel. Like, he was feuding against The Fiend, and like the Fiend was doing dastardly, devilish things, and then they were just like, "Oh, we're bored with Seth." Boo. Like, so that's the crowd that you're working with. But if you're not building the character strong enough, you're allowing the crowd to dictate whatever they want to. You have to get the emotion of the crowd so they will cheer. They have no choice but to boo, because the person is getting so much heat. But if the characters aren't being very, if there's not a high level of investment in the characters, and you've got three baby faces in the main event that all three of them have done heelish things over the past several weeks, like what are we doing here? What's the payoff here? So we shall see. Until then, this guy right here is Vince Russo. I'm Dr. Chris. This is Writing with Russo. Have a good night, everybody. The Wiggles, ladies and gentlemen. So long.